जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन काले बाजारों में धन के चोर नहीं होंगे,
धन के चोर नहीं होंगे, धन के चोर नहीं होंगे।
मदिरा के सौदाई जिस दिन चारों ओर नहीं होंगे,
चारों ओर नहीं होंगे, चारों ओर नहीं होंगे।
अंडे मांस के खाने वाले रिश्वतखोर नहीं होंगे, जिस दिन सच कहने वालों के दिल कमजोर नहीं होंगे। भूखे बच्चों को जिस दिन भूखा न सुलाया जाएगा, ओ भूखे बच्चों को जिस दिन भूखा न सुलाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन वीर शहीदों की कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी,
कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी, कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी।
देश के हित में सब कुछ देने वालों की पूजा होगी,
की पूजा होगी, की पूजा होगी।
उधम भगत सुभाष की जब कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी, वीर शिरोमणि लक्ष्मीबाई रानी की पूजा होगी। जब ऋषि के सपनों को साकार बनाया जाएगा, जब ऋषि के सपनों को साकार बनाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
Namaste to everyone joining us today in Mandir and on social media, YouTube and Facebook. We welcome you to our Sunday morning service on this beautiful Sunday in Briarwood, Queens. This morning service is led by the Mahila group. This morning we will begin with Sandhya. As we begin, let us find ourselves in a comfortable position. Let us prepare to focus inwardly and let us release any tension that we have this morning and generate in our minds a feeling of peace, happiness, and gratitude. We will begin by chanting Om 3 times, invoking the divine vibrations. Atha Sandhyupasana Vidhi. As we do the mantra, take water in your right palm and sip after each mantra. Om Om Amrita Pidhanamase Swaha. Om Satyam Yashaha Shrirmayi Shri Hashrayatam Swaha. Om Shanno Devi Ravishaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shanyorabi Sravantu Naha Devi Swarupa Ishwara Purana Bhishta Ki Jai Yahani Raho Sudhame Kalyana Gana Dije Nitarit Siddhi Bharase Hita ho sada hamara Bahati rahe hriday mein Sadharma prema dhara Sadharma prema dhara. O all-pervading Mother, sweet and divine, be pleased to bless the cravings of my soul. To reach thy bosom, may this world of mine be filled with peace and bliss from pole to pole. Atha Angasparsha Mantra. And now we will take water in our left palm and we will touch various limbs of our body, praying for their health and to use them in the right and noble way. Om Vak Vak, lips. Om Prana Prana, nostrils. Om Chakshush Chakshu, eyes. Om Shrotram Shrotram, ears. Om Nabhi, navel. Om Hridayam, heart. Om Kantaha, throat. Om Shiraha, head. Om Bahubhyam Yashobalam, shoulders. Om Karatala Kara Prishte, front and back of your palms. Marjana Mantra. We will continue to use this sacrificial water to touch various limbs of our body, asking for all of these organs to be pure. Om Bhupanatu Shirasi, head. Om Bhuvahapanatu Netrayoha, eyes. Om Swahapanatu Kante, throat. Om Mahapanatu Hridaye, heart. Om Janahapanatu Nabhyam, navel. Om Tapahapanatu Parayoha, feet. Om Satyam Punatu Punashirasi, head. Om Kham Brahma Punatu Sarvatra. Pranayama mantra. We'll now focus on our breathing system. We'll take a few breaths in and out. And we say, oh, thank you, Lord, for our respiratory system that is working so well. Let us take a deep breath, and upon exhaling, we will chant the following mantra, and we'll repeat that 3 times. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Satyam. Take a deep breath in. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Satyam. Final time, take a deep breath in. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Satyam. Aghamarshana mantra. Om Ritanchat Satyanchat Bhidha Tapasod Yajayata Tatoratraya Jayata Tatah Samudro Arnavaha. Om Samudradharnavadhati Samvatsaro Ajayata Ahoratrani Vidadhat Vishwasya Mishito Vashi. Om Surya Chandramasa Dhata Yatha Purvamakapaya Devam Cha Prithivim Chan Tarikshamatho Swaha. Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shanyorabhi Sravantu Naha. Manasa Parikrama Mantra. We now take our minds on our virtual tour around the 4 cardinal points and the upper and lower regions. We say thank you, Lord, for blessing us with a world that is filled with so many beautiful resources. Om Prachidik Agniradhipatirasito Rakshitaditya Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Namo Ishubhyo Namo Ebhyostu Yosman Dveshtiyam Vayam Dvishmastambo Jambe Dhatmaha. Om Dakshina Digindro Dhipatistirashchiraji Rakshita Pitaraishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Namo Ishubhyo Namo Ebhyo Astu Yo Asman Dvaishriyam Vayam Dvishmastambo Jambe Dhatmaha. ॐ प्राचीदिग्वरुणोऽधिपतिः प्रीडाकु रक्षितानमिषवः तेभ्यो नमो धीपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः येभ्योऽस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्ट्यं वयं द्विष्मस्तम्भो जम्भे धर्मः ॐ उदीचिदिक् सौमोऽधिपति स्वजो रक्षितानरिषवः तेभ्यो नमो धीपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्योऽस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्ट्यं वयं द्विष्मस्तम्भो जम्भे धर्मः ॐ ध्रुवादिग् विष्णुरधिपतिः कल्माशग्रीवो रक्षिता विरुधा ईशवः तेभ्यो नमो धीपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्योऽस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्ट्यं वयं द्विष्मस्तम्भो जम्भे धर्मः ॐ ऊर्ध्वादिक् बृहस्पतिरधिपतिः श्वित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमिषवः तेभ्यो नमो धीपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्योऽस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्ट्यं वयं द्विष्मस्तम्भो जम्भे धर्मः Upasthana mantra. We now generate this emotion that we are very close to God. Om Advayantamasaspariswaha Swaha Pashyanta Uttaram Devan Devatra Suryamaganma Jyotiruttamam Om Mrityam Jatavirasam Devam Vahanti Ketavaha Drishye Vishwaya Suryam Om Chitram Devanamuragaranekam Chakshurmitrasya Varunasya Agneya Apradyava Prithivyantariksham Suryatma Jagatastastu Shashta Swaha Om Tatchakshur Devahitam Purastachchukramucharat Pashyema Sharadah Shatam Jivema Sharadah Shatam Shrinuyama Sharadah Shatam Prapravama Sharadah Shatam Adhinasyama Sharadah Shatam Bhuyascha Sharadah Shata Om Shanno Devirarishaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shanyoravi Sravantu Nah Atha Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra. As we chant the Gayatri Mantra this morning, we ask God to continue to inspire our intellect and to lead our mind to that path that leads to more peace, love, and joy. Let us sit comfortably. We're going to chant the Gayatri Mantra 3 times. Om Bhur Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodaya Om Bhur Swaha तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा. O soul of life, the holy King of kings, O God of all the regions high and low, O Lord of joy, whose glory nature sings, who shapes the earth and lets the mortals grow. We seek thy blessed feet to meditate upon thy glorious form of holy light, which drives away the gloom of sins we hate, and makes the souls of righteous people bright. My heart, O Father, meekly prays to thee, to win thy grace to make me good and wise, and bless my mind with knowledge full and free, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Yes, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Samarpana Vakyam. ईश्वरदयानिधे भवत्कृपया नीराजपोपासनानि कर्मण धर्मार्था काममोक्षाणां सद्यः सिद्धिर्भवेनः. As we come to the last mantra in Sandhya this morning, we are grateful that we had the opportunity to connect with our Lord, and we feel a sense of peace and joy in our hearts. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha. Hey Mangalesha Shankara मंगल करो हमारा, पावन प्रकाश पाए परमार्थ पुण्य द्वारा. परिजान पे पिला दो अवधर अगाध दानी, तेरी शरण में आया है भक्त यह भवानी, है भक्त यह भवानी. And now I bow to thee, O God of calm, O God of peace and Lord of bliss divine. Thy grace supplies to burning hearts a balm. Thy blessings in my right desires shine. Om Shanti 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 Om. Iti Sandhyopasana Vidhi Samartha. Okay, and now Bhai Rajan is going to lead us in a transition bhajan, and I'm going to invite Pandita Nirvani, who will lead us through Havan.
सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में हैं हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। भटक रहे हम राह भिखारी, भगवन राह भिखारी। भटक रहे हम राह भिखारी, भगवन राह भिखारी। कदम कदम पर किरण बिचारे, भगवन किरण बिचारे। कदम कदम पर किरण बिचारे, भगवन किरण बिचारे। इन अखियन को प्रभु करारे, इन अखियन को प्रभु करारे। ज्योति से पहचान, ज्योति से पहचान। आज अंधेरे में हैं हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। हम तो हैं संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी। हम तो हैं संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी। तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारी, दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारी। ऐसा दे वरदान, ऐसा दे वरदान। आज अंधेरे में हैं हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में हैं हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान।
Thank you, Bhai Rajan. And namaste to everyone. Thank you for joining us today for today's service that's being presented by the Mahila. As we sit for today's service, I ask you to keep in mind the family of Bhai Ramdeo. As we know, a week ago, Bhai Ramdeo passed, and he was a very valuable member of the Arya Spiritual Center. And we ask you to keep that family in mind today. Send your best wishes, send your energy to that family. For anyone celebrating, whether it's a birthday, an anniversary, or anything, we ask you to please join in celebrating today. We're going to do Achman, start with sipping of the sacramental water. And as we all know, the majority of our body is made up of water. And we're symbolically asking for balance in our body and the universe as we sip this water. Om Amrito Pasaranamasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashah Shrirmai Shrirshrayatam Swaha. Ataha Angasparsha. Touching of our limbs and asking of God as we touch our limbs with this water, that may our limbs enable us to do our daily duties. May we have the strength and the health in every body part to do our designated duties. Putting water in our left palm. Om Vamyasyasthu. Om Nasurme Pranastu. Om Akshinurme Chakshurastu. Om Kanayorme Shrotramastu. Om Bhavorme Balamastu. Om Orvorme Ojuastu. Om Arishtani Meyangani Tanustanva Me Sahasantu. And please join your voices as we chant these mantras. Eteshwar Stuti Pratana Mantra. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva. Yad Bhadrantana Asuva. Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagre. Bhutasya Jatah Patirekayasi. Sadadhar Prithvim Dhyamute Mam. Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Ya Atmada Baladayasya Vishwa. Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva. Yasya Chaya Amritam Yasya Mrityuhu. Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahetvaika. Idraja Jagato Babhuva. Yaishe Yaswadvipadashchatushpadaha. Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Yena Dhyarukra Prithvi Chadridha. Yena Swastabhitam Yena Nakaha. Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanaha. Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Om Prajapate Natvaretanyo. Vishwajatani Barita Babhuva. Yatamaste Juhumastanostu. Vayam Syama Patayorainam. Om Sano Bandhurjani विहिता साविधाता धामानि वेरभुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानस् तृतीये धामन्नधैर्ययन्ता ॐ अग्निनया सुपथाराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मर्जुहुरार्णमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमोक्तिं विधेम ॐ अग्निमिरे पुरोहितं यजस्य देवमृत्विजम् होतारं रत्नधातमम् ॐ सनः पितेव सुरवेऽग्नि सुपायनो भव स च स्वानः स्वस्तये ॐ स्वस्ति नो मिमितामश्विना भगः स्वस्ति देव्यारितिर्नर्वणः स्वस्ति पूषा सुरो दधातु नः स्वस्ति द्यावा पृथिवी सुचेतुना ॐ स्वस्ति वायुपुप्रवामहे सोमन् स्वस्ति भुवनस्य यस्पतिः बृहस्पतिं सर्वगणं स्वस्तये स्वस्त्यादित्यासो भवन्तु नः ॐ विश्वे देवानो वद्या स्वस्तये वैश्वानरो वसुरनि स्वस्तये देवा अवन्तपृपवः स्वस्तये स्वस्ति नो रुद्राः पात्वं हसः ॐ स्वस्ति मित्रावरुणा स्वस्ति पत्येरेवती स्वस्ति न इन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च स्वस्ति नो अरिते कृभिः ॐ स्वस्ति पन्थामनुचरेम सूर्यचन्द्रमसा विवा पुनर्ददाग्नता जानता संगमे मही अतः शान्तिकरणम् ॐ शना इन्द्राग्नि भवतामहोभिः शना इन्द्रावरुणारातहव्या शन्यद्रा सोमा सुविताय शन्योः शन्ना इन्द्रा पूषणा वाजसातौ ॐ शनो भगः शनुनः शंसो अस्तु शन्नः पुरन्दे सन्तु रायः शन्नः सत्यस्य सूर्यमस्य शंसः शनो अर्यमा पुरुजातो अस्तु ॐ शनो धाता शमुधर्ता नो अस्तु शना उरुचि भवतु स्वधाभिः शं रोदसी बृहति शन्नो अद्रिः शनो देवानां सुहवानि सन्तु ॐ शनो अग्निर्ज्योतिरनीको अस्तु शन्नो मित्रा वरुणा वश्विनाशम् शन्नः सुकृतां सुकृतानि सन्तु शन्ना ईशिरो अभिवातु वातः ॐ शनो द्यावा पृथिवी पूर्वहुता शमन्तरिक्षं दृष्टयेनो अस्तु शन्नो उषधीर्हरिणो भवन्तु शनो रजसस्पतिरस्तु जिष्णुः ॐ शना इन्द्रो वसुर्भिर्देवो अस्तु शमारितिर्वरुणा शुशंसः शन्नो रुद्रो रुद्रेभिर्जलाशः शन्नस्त्वष्ट्वाग्निभिरिह शृणोतु ॐ शनः सोमो भवतु ब्रह्मशन्नः शनो ग्रावाणः शमु सन्तु यज्ञाः शन्नः स्वरुणामितयो भवन्तु शन्नः प्रस्वा शमुवस्तु वेदी O God, may we derive peace from electricity, fire and water. May the sun and the moon bring us peace and fearlessness by eradicating disease. May electricity and wind bring us vigor and peace. May all peaceful one give us peace. May all religious endeavors bring us peace. May the plants and vegetables bring us peace, O God. And may the oblations in this Vedi today bring us peace. Atha Shiva Sankalpa Mantras. Om Yajagrato Duramudeti Devam Taru Suptasya Tateveti Durangamam Jyotisham Jyotirekam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Om Yena Karmanyapso Manishano Yaje Krinavanti Virateshu Dhiya Yadapurvam Yakshamantaha Prajana Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Om Yat Prajanamutcheto Dritishat Yajyotiranta Amritam Prajasu Yasmanarite Kinchana Karma Kriyate Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu Om Yenidam Bhutam Bhuvanam Bhavishya Parigrihitam Amritena Sarvam Yena Yajastayate Saptahota Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu ॐ यस्मिन् ऋचः सामयजोंषि यस्मिन् प्रतिष्ठिता रत्नभाविवारः यस्मिन् स्थितं सर्वमोतं प्रजानां तन्मे मनः
शिव संकल्पवस्तु
ॐ सुशारथिरश्वानि वयं मनुष्यान् नेयते भीषुभिर्वाजिनैव हृत्प्रतिष्ठं यरचिरं जतिष्ठम् तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु. That celestial entity, the mind, which goes far where no one is awake and wanders similarly when he is asleep, which travels far and wide, and the only light of all lights, O God, may that mind of ours be possessed of only noble intentions. The mind which inspires patient wise men to perform noble deeds, which is mysterious and seated in the innermost recess of all human beings, O God, may that mind of ours always be possessed of noble intentions. As the skillful charioteer controls his horses by the use of his reins, so does a controlled mind take man to his desired goal. This mind, which reposes in the heart, is most swift and never ages. O God, may that mind of ours always only be possessed of noble intentions. Om Sanaha Pavasva Shangave Sham Janaya Shamarvate Shanrajanoshadhibhyaha Om Abhayam Nakartyantariksham Abhayam Dyava Prithiviyuhene Abhayam Pascharabhayam Purasad Dudharat Abhayam Noastu Om Abhayam Mitrarabhayam Amitrat Abhayam Jatarabhayam Paroksha Abhayam Naktamabhayam Divanaha Sarvasha Mama Mitram Bhavantu Sarvasha Mama Mitram Bhavantu. And now, may we all stand for the kindling of the fire. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Om Bhurvuvah Swadhyariva Bhumna Prithvi Varimna Tasyaste Prithvi Devayajani पृष्ठेऽग्नि मन्नादमन्ना ध्यायादधे. And now, as we fan this fire with both arms, we're asking, O God, as the flame in this fire rises, so too may all our goals, may we always improve in our goals and reach the highest. Om Udbhudya Swagni Pratijagrihi Tvamisha Purte Samsrijethamayam Cha Asmin Saraste Ajutarasmin Vishwe Deva Yajamanascha Siddhatha. And now we offer 3 Samhita. And with this 3 Samhita, we ask, O God, may the 3 centers, our upper center, our middle center, and our lower center, always be synchronized with each other so that we perform the best that we can in our daily lives. Om Ayantayitma Atma Jata Vedasene Bhasva Bhardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Iramagne Jatavedase Irannamama Om Samidhagnim Dhuvasyata Krithe Bodhayata Tithim Asmin Havya Juhotana Susamidhaya Shochishe Gritam Tivram Juhotana Agnaye Jatavedase Swaha Iramagnaye Jatavedase Irannamama Om Tantva Samidhirangiro Gretena Vardhayamasi Brihaschochaya Vishnaya Swaha Iramagne Angrise Irannamama. And as we offer these 5 key offerings, we ask and we respect our 5 daily duties, or 5 desires, I'm sorry. Om Ayantayitma Atma Jata Vedasene Bhasva Bhardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Iramagne Jatavedase Irannamama Om Ayantayitma Atma Jatavedasene Dhasva Bhardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dhena Samedhaya Swaha Iramagne Jatavedase Irannamama Om Ayantayitma Atma Jatavedasene Bhasva Bhardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Iramagne Jatavedase idanna mama. Om Ayantayitma Atma Jatavirastene Dhasva Bhardhasva Chedavardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadhena Samedaya Swaha. And as Jatavedase Iranamama. And as we offer this final, the fifth and final offering of this Ahuti, we ask, O God, may we have spiritual luster, may we have noble offsprings, may we have wealth and grains, and O God, may we have the ability to enjoy and share all of this. Om Ayantayitma Atma Jatavirastene Dhasva Bhardhasva Chedavardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nanadena Samedhaya Swaha. Iramagne Jatavirase Irannamama. Atha Jal Sinchana. And here we're asking for the balance, O God. As we know, water can be very destructive, and we cannot live life on earth without water. So we're asking for balance in the good qualities of water, and may we emulate those good qualities. Om Arite Anumanyaswa. Om Anumate Anumanyaswa. Om Saraswate Anumanyaswa. Om Deva Savita Prasuvayajam Patim Bhagaya. Devyo Gandharvaketapu Ketannaha Punatu Vachaspatir Vachamna Swadatu. Ghee offerings. Om Agnaye
Swaha. Idamagne mama.
Om Somaya Swaha.
Idam somaya mama.
Om Prajapate Swaha.
Idam prajapate mama.
Om Indraya Swaha.
Idam indraya mama.
Ghee and samagri offerings. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyotir Surya Swaha.
Om Suryo Varcho Jyotir Varchah Swaha.
Om Jyotir Surya Suryo Jyotihi Swaha.
Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajurusha Sandravatya Jushanah Suryavetu Swaha.
Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotir Agnihi Swaha.
Om Agnir Varcho Jyotir Varchah Swaha.
Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotir Agnihi Swaha.
Silent prayer. Om Jyotir Jyotir Agni Swaha.
Om Bhuragne Pranaya Swaha.
Idam Agni Pranaya Idanna Mama.
Om Bhurvayave Panaya Swaha.
Idam Vayave Panaya Idanna Mama.
Om Swararityaya Vyanaya Swaha.
Idam Adityaya Vyanaya Idanna Mama.
Om Bhurbhuva Swaragni Vayavari Tevyaha प्राणापान व्यानेभ्यः स्वाहा
इरम् अग्निवारिवारित्येभ्यः प्राणापानावेदः इरन्न मम
ॐ आपो ज्योतिरसो अमृतं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवः स्वरों स्वाहा
ॐ यान्मेदां देवनाः पितरश्चोपासते तयामद्मध्ये मेधायाग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा
ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर्दुरितानि परासुवा यथा सुवा स्वाहा
ॐ अग्नेनय सुपथाराय यस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयुध्यस्मच्चुरार्णमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमौक्तिं विधेम स्वाहा.
And now we invite Prakash ji to do our special mantras for today.
Oh, this morning it is a pleasure for me to be here to chant these special mantras as we honor those who've passed and we honor those who are celebrating. Before we go into the dedications, let's all chant the Pavamana Ahutya, asking God to purify our bodies, asking God that we may eat the appropriate food, consume the kind of foods that will give us the right kind of energies. And if there is any way, any kind of evil tendencies that we may possess, may God remove those tendencies from our entire being. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Agna Ayumshi Pavasa Asurvo Jamisham Chana Are Badhasva Duchunam Swaha Inamagnaye Pavamanaya Idanna Mama Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Agnirdishihi Pavamanah Panchajanyah Purohitah Tamimahe Mahagayam Swaha Inamagnaye Pavamanaya Idanna Mama Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Agni Pavasva Swapa Asmi Vadachah Suviryam Dadhadrai Mai Pausham Swaha Idamagnaye Pavamanaya Idanna Mama Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Prajapati Natvadetanyanyo Vishvajatani Padita Babhuva Yakamaste Johomastano Astu Vayam Syama Patayorainam Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idanna Mama. We chant two mantras. Ashta Ajahuti for auspiciousness. Om Tvano Agne Varunasya Vidvan Devasya Hedlo Vayasisish Thaham Yajishtho Vahana Tamasho Shuchano Vishwadveshansi Pramodhyasmat Swaha Idamagni Varunabhyam Idanna Mama Om Bhavatanah Samannasau Sacheta Savare Pasau Mayajam Him Sistham Mayajam Patim Jata Vedasau Shiva Bhavatam Adyanah Swaha Idam Jata Vedobhyam idana mama. And for those in our community who are suffering any kind of ill health, we chant these mantras for all our members and all our extended family. May God bless you. Sugandhim pushti vardhanam. May God shower the fragrance of good health on you. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandana Mrityormokshya Mamrita Swaha. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandana Mrityormokshya Mamrita Swaha. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandana Mrityormokshya Mamrita Swaha. And at this time, many of us were aware that, or are aware, that Bhai Ramdev Shankar Singh, the father of our son Deepak and our daughter Jyoti, and the pati of Bahan Savitri, passed away last Sunday. Bhai Ramdev was cremated yesterday. And we got news this morning of Mataji Dulari Budhu. We always call her Mrs. Budhu. She sits in one of these chairs here. She is the Mami of Bhai Sagar and the Aji of Anupa Budhu. We all know Anupa, our daughter. She passed away last night. We say a few mantras praying for their souls as their souls move on to this different journey in the life of the soul. Offer Bahan Devi. Om Suryam Chakshur Gachya Atma Divam Cha Gachya Prativim Cha Dharma Bihi Apova Gachya Yadi Tatra Te Hitamo Deshu Pratitishta Sharire Swaha. Om Soma Ekebhyah Pavate Gritameka Upasate Yebhyo Madhu Pradhavati Tam Sireva Bigachyatat Swaha. We're praying that may these souls after death, may the power of their sight be absorbed in the sun. The elements of their body go to the atmosphere and to the elements, to the different atmospheric elements. And may their souls take birth among those people who have given austerity and who share in their lives and share the good things that they've had. Om Tapasaye Anadrishyas Tapasaye Swarayayuhu Tapochakshire Mahas Tamschireva Pigachyata Swaha. Om Ye Yudhante Pradhaneshu Shurasuye Tanutyajaha Yeva Sahasras Dakshinas Tanschireva Pigachyata Swaha. Om Vayur anilam amritam adhiram bhasmantam shariram. Om krato smara klive smara krato smara kritam smara swa. And today we have Mataji Sumintra celebrating her birthday. And if there's any other person in the audience that is celebrating, Bhai Rajanan Bhanirvani's 30th anniversary. Okay, all right, we'll do the birthday and then we'll do the anniversary. Okay? Can someone get some gun? Mataji, 84. Mataji, you've been around with us for I can't remember how long, since the 1980s I've known you. And from my dad, I've known of you as one of the very first Viranganas of the Arya Virdal. And we know of the influence you've had, not only on us, but on the Viranganas in Guyana and in here. And you have been an example for all of us to follow, to take a page out of your book. And today, as you celebrate your 84th birthday, and you look so radiant, dressed so beautifully, we chant these mantras, and we ask God to continue to bless you with good health, with good energy, and be amongst us for many, many more years. Om Indra Jiva Surya Jiva Deva Jiva Jivayasam Sarvamayur Jivayasam Swaha. Om Tachakshur Deva Hitam Purasta Chukramucharat Pashema Sharadaha Shatam Jivema Sharadaha Shatam Shrinuyama Sharadaha Shatam Prabhavama Sharadaha Shatam Adinaha Syama Sharadaha Shatam Bhuyascha Sharada Shatad Swaha. Om Sanma Sinchantu Marutaha Sampusha Sambrihaspatihi Samaya Agnihi Sinchantu Prajachadhinacha Dhirgamayu Kunotume Swaha. Om Suchaksha Aham Akshibhyam Bhuyasam Suvarcha Mukhena Shushrutaha Karnabhyam Bhuyasam Swaha. Om Medhami Varuno Dadatu Medha Agnihi Prajapatihi Medhamindrascha Vayuscha Medham Dhata Dadatu Me Swaha. And as we continue for your good health, O Mataji, we chant these two next mantras for your good health. Om. And as the mantra says, may you continue to hear auspicious things. May you continue to see the auspiciousness and beauty in everyone and everything around you. And may God give you the good health and strength and energy so that you'll be amongst us to continue this prachar that you've been doing for a very long time. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Srinayam Deva Bhadram Pashemak Shabhirayajatra Stirairangaistushtuvam Sastanobhir Vyashemahi Dev Vahitam Yadayuhu Swaha. Om Balam Dehi Tanushuna Balam Indra Nalutsunaha बलम तो काय तन आया, जीव से त्वम ही बलदासी। स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा. Let Mataji stand, move her chair back a little. Bhai Roy, I want you to take this ghee and with your siblings here, just circumambulate this Vedhi on behalf of your mom. Mm. Let's all stand. Om. Slowly. Om Anuvratah Pitho Putra Matra Bhavatu Sammanaha Jayapatye Madhu Mati Vacham Vadatu Shantivam Swaha. Two more times. Om Ma Bhrata Bhrataram Dvikshan Ma Swasaranmuta Swasah Samyancha Savrata Bhutva Vacham Varata Bhadraya Swaha. You've all heard us explain this mantra many times, but I just want to remind you that Bhai Rai, I know you have a brother in England and you have your sisters here, and this mantra is saying that may the love of brother and brother continue. No kind of ill feelings among brothers and brothers, and similarly, no kind of ill feelings among sisters and sisters. And this mantra talks about the love of a family. And Mataji, you and your family, we chant this mantra so that the love, the humility, the tranquility, and the peace of this family will always be there. Om Saharidayam Samanasyam Avidvisham Krinomivaha Anyo Anya Abhiharyata Vasam Jatamivagnya Swaha. This mantra is saying that, oh dear ones, may you have the same feelings towards each other. May your minds always be in harmony and free from any kind of ill feeling. And you must love one another in the same way, Vatsam Jatam Ivagnaya, that a cow loves the newborn calf. That love must exist among this family. The garlands, take the garlands and garland. Your mom now. Oh. Can you just do some height? Right? We can do it. At the end, we can do that for her. तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी बोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ. तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी बोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ. कि ये जो दुनिया है, ये बन है कांटों का, फुलवारी है, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ. Mother, indeed, you are so sweet, you are so innocent. And as the poet is saying, कि ये जो दुनिया है, ये बन है कांटों का. You know, this world is filled with many thorns, but you too फुलवारी है. Oma, you are like a flower. You are our flower. This big, beautiful flower for all of us. दुख न लागी है माँ तेरी अखियाँ, दुख न लागी है माँ तेरी अखियाँ, मेरे लिए जागी है तू सारी सारी रतिया, मेरे निंदिया पे अपनी निंदिया भी तूने वारी है। ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, प्यारी माँ। And Raj, where did you disappear? Oh, here. You and Nirvani, please come in the middle here. Yes. Raj, let Nirvani go to that side, on that side. 30 years ago, I don't know who was the Pandit. Who was the Pandit? Oh, Pandit Ramlal. Pandit Ramlal chanted this mantra for you guys. And today we'll chant it again for you. And you know the mantra, so we all chant. And as the mantra is saying that, may your hearts always continue to be together. Okay? And I'll chant another mantra for you that says that, may you think, continue to think the same way. You've brought up two wonderful daughters. And Nirvani has been there and you have been there, and both of you, side by side, you've walked and you've developed not only your own family, but this extended family. You're part, an integral part of all of us. And today we send our love to you as you continue to be blessed as a couple. Oh, face each other with the garlands. Om Samanjantu Vishve Deva Samapo Hridayanino Sammatarishva Samdhata Samudeshtri Dadhatuno. Garland Chacha Bhandevi, just jealous. Touch each other's heart. Touch each other's heart and say, Om Mama Vrate Te Hridayam Dadhami. Mama Chitam Anu Chitam Te Astu. Mama Vacham Ekamana Jushasva Praja Patishtva Nihu Nakta Mahiyam. You're saying that I take your heart. You know this mantra, I take your heart, I take your words, your speech. May all my hearts be alike. May our speech be alike. May our thoughts be alike. Continue to be alike. Om Sabhagyamastum Shubham Bhavatu. May good fortune and happiness always be yours. Om Sabhagyamastu. Om Shubham Bhavatu. Pandit Bisasar, you're here quickly. And come quickly. And Pandit Siram, always just give them some Ashirwad and Mataji too. Om Tvam Jiva Sharadaha Shatam Vardhamana. Tvam Jiva, as my senior, you will give them the blessings. Om Tvam Jiva Sharadaha Shatam Vardhamana. Om Sabhagyamastum Shubham Bhavatu. Om Sabhagyamastum Shubham Bhavatu. Thank you all very much. We will take our seats on the mandap and resume. Congratulations.
Thank you, Pandit Prakashji, for doing our special mantras for us. And we'll continue with the Havan. Purnahuti Rupakarava Jahuti. Om ghee only. Om Agnaye Swaha.
Iramagnayiranna mama.
Om Somaya Swaha.
Iran somayiranna mama.
Om Prajapataye Swaha.
Iram prajapatiranna mama.
Om Indraya Swaha.
Iramindrayiranna mama.
Om Bhurvagne Swaha.
Iramagnayiranna mama.
Om Bhurvayave Swaha.
Iram vayavedanna mama.
Om Swaradityaya Swaha.
Iramadityaya idanna mama.
Om Bhurbhuva Swaragni Vayavaritevyah Swaha.
Iramagni vayavarityebhyah idanna mama.
Atha Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra. May we all sit upright and clasp our hands. And as we chant this prayer, we ask, O God, please inspire our intellect so that every thought we have, every word we utter, and every action we perform will be inspired with only good things. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. हे दयालु परमात्मन, आप अपनी असीम कृपा से हमारे सदा रक्षा करते हैं। आप ही हमारे जीवन आधार है। अपने सेवकों के दुखों को दूर करके उनको सुख देने वाले हैं। आप सर्वत्र सुप्रतिष्ठित और सुप्रसिद्ध है। आप सर्वोत्तम, शुद्ध, पवित्र और ज्ञान स्वरूप है। आपसे ही यह सारा जगत उत्पन्न हुआ है। आप ही सकल शुभ गुणों की खान है। आपका हम प्रतिदिन ध्यान करें और हमें विवेकशीलता, धारणावती मेधा, शुद्ध बुद्धि प्रदान करे। सृष्टिकृत आहुति, ऑफरिंग ऑफ प्रसाद। ओम यज्ञस्य
Raj, could take some prasad too, please. Rajin. And if there's any other person who would like to offer some prasad this time, we give you the opportunity.
Dali.
Lali.
Gayatri. Anu. Anu. ॐ यद्यस्य कर्मणोऽध्यरीरिचं यद्वान्यूनमिहाकरम् अग्निष्टच्छृष्टकृत्विद्या सर्वं सृष्टं सहोतं करोतु मे अग्नये सृष्टकृते सहुतौ ते सर्वप्रायाश्चिता हूतीनां कामानां समर्धयत्रे सर्वानां कामान् समर्धय स्वाहा अग्नये सृष्टकृते इरन्नाम मम silent offering. Om Swaha.
Idam prajapate idanna mama.
Purnahuti mantras. May we stand for the final offerings. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Outstretched palms to the fire. And we're asking our bodies to be open to absorb the energy emitted by this fire. And we're asking for that energy to be transferred to our entire body. Om Tanupagneyasi Tanvame Pahi. Om Ayurdagneyasi Ayurme Dehi. Om Varchodagnyasi Varcho Me Dehi. Om Agneyan Me Tanva Unam Tanva Aprinam. Om Medha Me Deva Savita Aradhatu. Om Medha Me Devi Saraswati Aradhatu. Om Medha Me Ashwina Devadam Puskam Punashkat Swaja. Ata Anga Sparsha, touching and we can follow Pandita Devi. Om Vakshapam Apyayatam. Om Pranashama Apyayatam. Om Chakshushama Apyayatam. Om Shrotram Chama Apyayatam. Om Yashobalam Chama Apyayatam. We can take our seats. And we'll ask Paiji to do our pujani.
पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे वह उज्जवल कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की गाय चाहिए सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हूँ मान सारी शोक सा मेधाधिकर चाहे यच पर उपकार को धर्म मरिया चाचला खैर लाभ दी संसार को नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज आदि हम करते रहे रोग पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहे भावना मिट जाय मन से पाप अत्याचार की कामनाई पूर्ण होए यज से नर नार की लाभ हमारी हो हवन हर जीवधारी के लिए वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए स्वत भाव बीते हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो ईगन मम का सार्थक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे प्रभु आपकी सब पर रहे प्रभु आपकी सब पर रहे
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् हे ईश सब सुखी हो कोई न हो दुखारी सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान्य के भंडारी सब भाग प्रभाव देखी सन्मान के पथिक हो दुखिया न कोई होवे सृष्टि में प्राणधारी हे ईश सब सुखी हो. O God, may all be happy, may all be free from misery, may all realize goodness, and may no one suffer pain, and may all your desires, which you came expecting to be fulfilled with this Hawan, may all those desires be fulfilled. Namaste. Now I hand you over to our Sabapati for today, Pandita Devi.
Namaste, and a heartiest and warm welcome to all of you here this morning in the Mandir, and those of our viewers who are viewing us on social media, Facebook and YouTube. It is indeed the warmest of feelings when we can gather together to offer prayers and to continue feeling that inspiration on our journey toward spirituality. As this morning we have celebrated most grand birthday of our dearest Mataji, who's turning 84 today, and the other not so happy moments of our dear loved ones who have passed on. As we all know, Mataji, Anupa's grandmother, Mataji Budu, was always a dedicated member in our past days when she was vibrant and strong. She has been with us here throughout the Samaj, supporting and growing. Our Bhaiji would be dear, our Mataji would be dearly missed. Our dearest Bhai Ramdeo would be very dearly missed. And we hope that in this journey of sorrow, that they gather the strength and the might to bear the pain of loss. As we continue the program this morning, our first bhajan come from no other than Behen Nalini, daughter of Mataji, to give her a birthday song. Over to you, Nalini. Nalini has come all the way from Florida. Mataji did not know she was coming. It was a grand surprise for her. So let's hear you. We haven't heard you for a long time. And it's the greatest smile for us to have you here after such a long time. Thank you.
Namaste, everyone, all our dearly loved congregation members, members of the family, extended family, all our friends, relatives, children. I could not have missed this opportunity to be here, and I just mentioned it in passing to my husband. And last Friday, he woke up and he said, "You need to go and surprise your mom. You know, you need to go for your mom's birthday." So I said, "Okay, this is perfect. I can surprise them." And I guess it worked for my mom, but she doesn't see well, as you all are aware. And I just sat next to her. I just quietly went down and sat next to her. And she instinctively knew that it was me. She said it was my smell. Geez, I didn't know I smell so bad. But I'm glad that I'm here to share with this. Life is precious and life is short. It's unpredictable. We all know that. You don't need me to tell you. But that's one of the reasons my husband said, you need to go so you don't live with regrets. And I'm extremely grateful that he is the person he is. And mommy, I didn't tell you this before, but all of Rajni's in-laws send their love and their best wishes on your birthday. Vijay sends his love. Rajni, of course, she cannot give you enough of the love that she has for you. I asked my esteemed musicians to go light with me because I haven't done any practice with them and I haven't been singing. So pardon me if my timing is off and pardon me if my voice is rusty. माँ मुझे अपनी आंचल में छुपा ले, गले से लगा ले, कि और मेरा कोई नहीं। माँ मुझे अपने आंचल में छिपा ले, गले से लगा ले, कि और मेरा कोई नहीं। फिर न सताऊंगा कभी, पास बुला ले, गले से लगा ले कि और मेरा कोई नहीं, कि और मेरा कोई नहीं। भूल मेरी ज्योति से भूल जाओ माता, भूल मेरी ज्योति से भूल जाओ माता, ऐसे कोई अपनों में रुत नहीं जाता। रुत गई है तू मुझको मना ले, गले से लगा ले कि और मेरा कोई नहीं। माँ मुझे अपनी आंचल में छुपा ले, गले से लगा ले कि और मेरा कोई नहीं, कि और मेरा कोई नहीं. That didn't go that well, but in ending, I like to say, O Mother of mine, O pure soul divine, O Mother of ours, you are our treasure. And I don't think I know a song that says all of this, but you are our strength, you are our hope, you are our light, you are our comfort and our support. You are everything that we could wish for in another human being, and to see it embodied in our mother is the most precious gift that any of us could have. If all of your children can be half as good a parent as you are, we would have accomplished something in this life. Thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you for being there for us. And thank you for your love. Thank you for being mom. Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you all.
Thank you, Nalini, for that melodious tune, as it inspires all of us in a little remembrance of how valuable our mother is. As we continue this morning, our second bhajan will come from our son Rajin. And as Rajin is getting prepared, I would like to also pass on another sad news that one of our former member here in the earlier days of the 80s and the 90s, Bahen Sandra Takurdeen, has also passed on. She is the sister of the brothers of Six Star, and she was a very dedicated and ardent member here in the earlier foundations of this Samaj. So she will be also missed dearly. Over to Rajin.
Namaste, everyone. And I'd like to wish Mataji Sumintra a very happy birthday. So this song I'm going to sing says, "We have never seen the face of God. Oh Ma, but what is the need to behold a face that would in no way be different from yours?" उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी, पर उसकी जरूरत क्या होगी। है माँ तेरी सूरत से अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी, पर उसकी जरूरत क्या होगी। है माँ तेरी सूरत से अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी। इंसान तो क्या देवता भी आंचल में पले तेरे, है स्वर्ग इसी दुनिया में कदमों के तले तेरे। ममता ही लुटाए जिसके नयन, ओ ममता ही लुटाए जिसके नयन, ऐसी कोई मूरत क्या होगी। है माँ तेरी सूरत से अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी। क्यों धूप जलाए दुखों की, क्यों घम की घटा बरसे, ये हाथ दुआओं वाले रहते हैं सदा सर पे। तू है तो अंधेरे पथ में हम, ओ तू है तो अंधेरे पथ में हम, तुझ की जरूरत क्या होगी। है माँ तेरी सूरत से अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी। कहते हैं तेरी शान में जो कोई ऊंचे बोल नहीं, भगवान के पास भी माता तेरे प्यार का मोल नहीं। हम तो यही जाने तुझसे बड़ी, हो हम तो यही जाने तुझसे बड़ी, संसार की दौलत क्या होगी। है माँ तेरी सूरत से अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी, पर उसकी जरूरत क्या होगी। है माँ तेरी सूरत से अलग भगवान की सूरत क्या होगी, क्या होगी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी, उसको नहीं देखा हमने कभी।
Thank you, San Rajan, for that soulful rendition. And now I call to the podium our daughter Darshini for today's announcements.
Namaste again. So we would like to begin by reminding you of our weekly Sandhya and meditation sessions These are being led by Pandit Deepak Raman every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. via Zoom. If you'd like to participate in these sessions, please reach out to Pandit Deepak for the Zoom link. We would also like to inform you about our Mahila group. The theme of our Mahila is Women Empowering Women. And in addition to coordinating the mandap setup, we also meet for monthly discussions. We speak about a variety of topics. So if you would like to get involved, you can contact Pandita Nirvani, who's the lead liaison for this group. We would also like to remind you of our monthly youth forums. These are currently being held on Sundays, and for more information on that, you can reach out to Bahin Diana. If you would like to make a donation and you cannot do so in person, we are providing a QR code. You can scan the code on your screen or click on the link in the live stream, and that will take you through the PayPal process, and you'll be able to make your donation there. Please be sure to include your name and your contact information in order to receive a receipt. Finally, if you would like us to do a special mantra for an occasion, you can submit your name, photo, and message to the email address on the screen, and this is aryaspiritualcenter@gmail.com. Center is spelled CENTRE. We would prefer to receive these submissions by the Thursday before the Sunday service on which your message would be announced. So that would give us enough time to include your message in our program. Thank you. Namaste. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Bahan Nirvani. And thank you, Bahan Darshini. And now, just one more announcement that I'd add to it, that as we are thinking spring and summer here, our camp also, our Virdal camp is in July, which begins July 5th. If you need any information regarding the camp, you can also send an email of the email address that was flashed on the screen, or you can contact any one of us in the Mahila, the Pandits, and even a former camp member. Camp will be from July 5th again. We hope we're planning to have an in-house camp and hope that would go smoothly and nothing changes with our COVID restrictions. And for our Parvachan today, as we continue, this month of April this year has been so auspicious. We started with Indian New Year. We celebrated Foundation Day, which was an entire week of celebrations. And thank you again to all those who supported all the mandirs for the Foundation Day celebrations. We had Navrat, we had now Ram Navami, and it's also Hanuman Jayanti. So there's so much auspiciousness and time to revive and renew ourselves as these days, religious days as we call them, upon us. As we continue here in our spiritual center, what we're dedicating to be the foundation month, Arya Samaj month, as they have in Guyana also. They have a month long of celebrations in Guyana. We at Spiritual Center here has planned programs for the next 2 weeks also, that you would be getting very best learning experiences of the founding of Arya Samaj. And today, to give us that message, it is no other than our Mataji Sumintra, the oldest Virdal camp member alive as I have known. Mataji Sumintra comes from a very staunch Arya Samaj background, where she has seen generations of children like me and grandchildren, and many came through the Samajas with grounding and foundation that still sustain us as Samaj members. Mata Sumintra message today is her gift to us of what Arya Samaj was and where we are today, and make us set our minds for future. Through her, I must personally add that she has been my heroine in this process. As I met her here in this Samaj with her daughters for the first time and listening to her granddaughter chant the entire Hawan at the age of 6 or 7. And that took me because there I was, a mommy of 2, young and vibrant, and said, if this child could do this, then I can do this also. And it was great motivation from this family while I was grounded with my family and forming our Samaj. But this here was an added encouragement for me. And she's always guided me. I had the opportunity to stay with her in Guyana at her home when we had we had a conference in Guyana for the 100-year celebration. And there I got to know her even more personally. So her energy and her vibrations is my energy and my vibrations. And I hope that you also can connect to her words of wisdom that she has lived through the Samaj as she share her wishes for us and the Samaj. Over to Mataji Sumintra.
Namaste, each and every one of you. Namaste to Pandit Prakash, Pandit Bisesarji, all the Panditas, and Didi Bhojwati. I thank Bahan Devi for those kind words. I hope I live up to that. And I must also thank my children who support me in every way. I am living with Nirvani, and I couldn't expect a better daughter. Nalini in Florida does her part as a daughter being away. Mommy, you need this? Mommy, you need that? I'm sending sweets for you. I don't eat sweets, but I love the sweets she sent. And my big son, he is like a father to me. Mommy, you need a new television, you need this, you need that. Thank you, my children. My son in England, he does the same thing with good wishes and finance. My grandson, Ryan, has followed in the footsteps of his father, and he does everything to support me. I thank every one of you in this mandir as an extended family. I come to this mandir. I started here in 1989. I left, I went back, and I came back. And here I am in the Arya Spiritual Center under the guidance of late Pandit Ramlal. Me, as an Aryan, it's in my blood. It's embedded in my bones, and I couldn't be anything otherwise. I was married to a Muslim, but I don't even know to say Assalamu alaikum. I know to say Namaste, because Namaste is from the heart. It's from that divine, that supreme power within me. Salute that divine power within you. I don't shake hands. I don't hug and kiss. Now we see the reason why, because of COVID. And this is why the Vedas, thousands and thousands of years, place that word namaste so that we will not be contaminated. My first venture as an Aryan was at the age of 6 years. I was 6 years old when I saw the first missionary, Vedic missionary from India, Professor Bhaskaranand. He was a barrister of law also. He came, I was living at Iflot Plantation, Iflot in the estate. And my father, I don't know if he was Aryan by birth or what, but he was a vegetarian and he was not inclined on the Orthodox Hindu side. My grandfather was a vegetarian and he brought us up as vegetarian. So when Professor came, it was nothing new to me. But in order to form a Arya Samaj movement, Professor Bhaskaranand had to do yajnas to teach the people about Arya Samaj. But prior to Professor Bhaskaranand, in 1910, even before the birth of my father in 1914, Professor Bhai Parmanand came to this country to preach Arya Samaj. He left, I don't know, they probably went to Trinidad, Fiji, and other parts of the Western Hemisphere. Then came Pandit Ayodhya Prasad. Pandit Ayodhya Prasad came in 1933. He started a movement. He made the Sanatan Pandits into Aryan Pandits. And it goes on like that with the Vedic missionary. And since Swami Dayanand, Maharishi Swami Dayanand formed the Arya Samaj in India in 1875, they decided to send missionaries all over the world where Indians are located. It so happened they went to Borbis. Professor Bhaskaranand went to Borbis. He came, I think, in 1940. I don't know if Pandit Prakash knows the correct date. 1940. I was born in 38. And 100 years before the Indian immigrants came. They came in 1838. I was born 1938. But Professor went to Borbis, then came to Demerara. I did not hear he went to Essequibo, but in Borbis, I know Pandit Ramlal would know him well. And then we have this Pandit Pitambar Dindyal, a very influential merchant. Also, there was a jeweler. I can't remember his name. He was also influential in New Amsterdam. He was killed by bandits. Then coming along all the way, Bushlot and Annandale and other parts of the West Coast. I know Pandit Bisundayal, the two dentist pandits from Annandale. Then you go to Enmore, you have Bhai Prakash, he would know something. And many of these other pandits. Then coming over on the West Coast, you have Pandit Bhairo Prasad, who's Rajen's father. Then, I don't know the Pandit that did Rajain wedding. No. Okay. No, not him. Another Pandit. And then coming onward, to Leonora, Stroudville, then Iflot, where I was born. I know a lot about Iflot, Arya Samaj, because there is where I had a lot of interactions. My father was the founder member of the Arya Samaj in Iflot. Because when Professor Bhaskaranand did his first yajna, he did it in front of a Thakurbari. Thakurbari is a Sanatan temple. And he was not welcome there. When he started the yajna, the Sanatans pelted brick on him. And my father, who organized everything, he stood up in front of the professor so that the bricks wouldn't hit him. But fortunately, my father was a popular person. They called him Dada Rajaram in the whole of the estate because he knew Hindi, he knew the Ramayana, and he knew the philosophy of the Ramayana. And somehow he got through 5 nights of the yajna. Then next to the place they had the yajna, there was a daycare school. They started a Hindi school, Arya Samaj Hindi school. There was no other Hindi school in the whole of the estate. Then, but they had to get a body of Arya Samajes. They had Pandit Birbal Singh and Bhai Satish father, Dr. Satish father, Hardev Gopi. They had teacher boy Hari Prasad. They had Tat, he, they called him. He and Sukraj, and Sukraj, he changed his name from Sukraj after he became a staunch Arya Samaj to Sachidanand, and then Sukhu. They all formed a body and called it the Arya Samaj, Iflot Arya Samaj. There is where I was brought up as an Aryan. But being there, being with my father put me in the forefront of everything. When India gained its independence in 1947, I was 9 years old. The Arya Samaj put me on the trunk of the car, and they went parading the India flag all over Guyana, Iflot. And I was always in the forefront. I was always at the railway station at the age of 8, going on to 9, making Arya Samaj speeches. Well, I didn't know. I was taught like a parrot. I spoke Hindi. I learned Hindi. I learned the Havan, and I learned to sing all the bhajans. I learned to sing Arya Samaj Hamara Hu, Vedon se pyar banaya. And then, Utho Bahano, Padho Vidya, Yehi Siksha Hamari Hai. Bina Vidya ke padhne se buri halat tumhari hai. And all the Indian girls came out to learn Hindi. But nothing stopped me from swallowing Vedicism, Arya Samaj. Because when I got married at the age of 22, my husband brought a sheet of paper in Islam and tell me, well, this is this, this is. I say, I have the same belief. I believe in one God, just like you. And I will continue the way I live. And if I have to be converted into Islam, I am not going to marry you. That was my stand. My children, when they were born, Roy, when he was born, I was still a vegetarian. I lived with my in-laws for 7 years, and I lived in harmony. I lived my way of life. No meat eating, no fish eating, no cooking in my pot, no eating of anything in my plate. And my son, when he was born, my mother-in-law said, girl, you have to nurse this boy. You have to get milk. I will give you egg coke. I said, no, ma, I cannot take the egg coke because if I nurse my baby with that egg coke, my baby will throw up. He was born a pure vegetarian. He was a vegetarian from birth. When, after a year, the school in Covent-John sent for me to teach English school. I was qualified because I have my GCE, you say. And I went on teaching, but the person, Brahmachari Govind, he's in New York. He came, he saw me. He said, but you are Ali. Are you going to wear a sari to teach at this ashram? I said, sure. He looked surprised to know, well, I'm a Muslim. I was not a Muslim. I was an Aryan. I went and I taught every day. I wore my sari and went to teach. Then my other children came. They all were born and brought up as Aryans and vegetarians. And when my husband used to be proud, my children are vegetarians. He used to tell, the Muslims tell him, why don't you let your children eat this, eat that? He said, no, I am proud of them. And I lived with my in-laws for 7 years until Nirvani was born. My husband built his own house and took me. That's so much for me. But with Arya Samaj in Guyana, all the missionaries that came, they built a name for themselves. They had, after Professor went back to India, Narayan Dutt and Janki Devi was another missionary that came. Then we had Rishi Ram. And then we had Shruti Kant. Shruti Kant was a dead failure. He drinks, he was not a vegetarian, he went to parties, he had a fowl farm, dead failure. Then Ushar Bodh came. Mahandevi will know, Bhai Prakash will know, and all the rest of them. And when Pandit Ushar Bodh came, he asked my father, he wanted as many as 100 girls to form this Virangana Dal. My father said, go. He sent me in washcloths by Coney, where Uncle Jagdev loaned big piece of land, and we slept on the ground. And we used to do rigorous exercises, military exercises, none that you can see now. That is how I was brought up. I did all the exercises, I did the yoga exercises, I did all that it takes to be, and then I became the leader. He taught us to ride horse. In wash clothes, my pony. I know to ride horse. Not only ride bicycle, ride horse too. So my life as an Aryan is in my blood, is in my flesh. And I guess I transferred all of this to my 4 children. I don't know. I can say I'm humbly proud of Nirvani, who has taken a step further as a Pandita. I am proud of Nalini. Nalini has taken her role as an Arya Samajist in Florida. And Roy, I am also very proud of him. He is also an Arya Samajist. Every time he gets something about any Vedic thing, he posts it to me. Mommy, I sent something for you. I am only my little son. He's away from me, away from the family, away from the society. And he's not well up to date with everything. But I must thank this Arya Samaj for accepting me. And how I started was Pandit Sudhakar. Pandit Sudhakar unfolded me in his Arya Samaj in Triumph Village. Justice Prem Prasad father was a staunch Arya Samaj. He did his portion as Arya Samaj. And Pandit Sudhakar's father, he also was a great Arya Samaj. I can't remember most of the names. I made it for you know. And if anybody can come up with any other names, I am sorry. I will apologize. Well, I didn't remember, but I know who they are. I know all the Arya Samajes. I traveled from Demerara to Borbis. I went to the funeral of the killing of the jeweler Pandit. I went to Yajna in Bushlat, Borbis. I go to Havans and everything else, Annandale, Lusignan, and Triumph. I went to Essequibo. All over the place I went and I traveled as an Arya Samajist. And my children, as a mother, coming to my birthday, if I have failed you in any way, I apologize. I hope so. But I hope my little talk inspired you. I know it inspired Bahan Devi. And I know Bahan Devi is a very good Arya Samajist. And my namaste, and thank you for hearing all these things I have in my head.
You're keen. So, sure.
I forget to mention one person, my aide, Miriam, who is so good to me. I am older than her, but she treats me as if she's my mother. She is not supposed to work today, but she took time off to be with me here. Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you, Miriam. So here we have just got an insight. There's so much. You have to sit with her for a day and get the little details of, she gave you highlights of things, but when you listen to her give you the details of things, then there's a certain courage that comes, courage that us women needed to hear from our childhood. As a child, we all grew up in Arya Samaj's homes, But Guyana at that time had a setback where women weren't encouraged or empowered to that level until the Arya Samaj stood on the forefront of most of what change was there to come. Being in Guyana, there are still lots of moms in Guyana who are mom's age, my mother's age, Mataji Sumintra's age, and I would travel around and listen to their stories, and they all have this place for them, for all the missionaries who's traveled to Guyana, especially the last most famous one, Dr. Usherbud Arya, who took the name as Ved Swami Ved Bharti later in his lifetime. And you will hear them tell stories of how they learned discipline and what mantras they still know and still recited. And to meet these moms, they're like so disciplined that as much as I practice discipline, they are extremely disciplined when to sit at the Hawan Kun and the things that they would get the children, even though some of them are not able to do a whole lot anymore. You've often hear about the male figures in Guyana carrying on, spreading the word, giving us the foundation, but not too often do we hear about our women folk carrying out this. Here in US here, how many of you remember by Tucker's mom? Probably nobody. Or the Six Stars mom, or my mother-in-law, and all of these elderly ladies who were already 65 and 70 when we founded Arya Samaj here in the US with Pandit Ramlal. And to be in partnership and hear their stories, or Ben Jones' mom, Mataji, when you sit to hear their stories and their struggles of where they are today and the courage we have picked up from them, I feel very proud to be under their wings and to call them my heroines. Here, as we continue later in Guyana, many other, for the first time after Usherbud Aryaji, we had one female who came by herself. She was Sadhvi Uttamayati. Most of you know her probably under Guyana leadership of Sri Anand Sri Ram and by Dr. Suresh Sugrim. She had visited then, spent 3 years in Guyana. These are the past years, like the 80s going into the 90s. In the 90s, we had two brothers. One, Panditji sent them, they were young men. They started school at Mataji's home in, what's this village called again? LBI, no, there's another name to it. Kirsten Park, yes. Kirsten Park. Where, with my travels with Panditji, that's where we were housed when the Sammelan, the 100-year celebration was going on. There was two young men sent there from the India mission through Dr. Soni and Pandit Ramlal. That was the time of Guyana beginning in the age of computers. They were very vital in getting that started. Later, the latest one was Panditji brought to Guyana was Ashish. Most of you know Ashish is, and that's how we met. Ashish was the last missionary that Panditji brought to Guyana for 3 years. So Guyana do need missions. They do. The Guyana Arya Samaj, Guyana Central Arya Samaj, Barbies, the branches of the Windsor Forest, Barbies, Canal, they're all thriving Arya Samaj. Don't let anyone tell you that, Arya Samaj is dying in Guyana. Everybody is trying to do their little best. And it would be their bestest if we here continue to support them. Guyana is in need of missionaries, while Dr. Station Iflat is doing a big project. Our quarantine coast needs big help. So that is my call from Guyana to see Guyana grow for the next step. Us here in the US, New York area, Bronx, everywhere, we have grown through the United Arya Samaj Federation. We have 12 registered Samajes in this tri-state area, which means we are thriving and we are growing as a body, and the next generation will take this forward. For what we see from our Virdal camps, our Samaj is at no point of dying. We just have to keep increasing our fold and growing. Enough said. To continue our program, we have come to that part of closing, and I would like to take this moment to thank Pandita Nirvani and Mataji Sumintra for our providing us our lunch and snacks today. Nalini and Roy, and the entire family that has always put that light on her brighter. I thank all of you for being here and being part of this celebration at Spiritual Center. We're always one bigger family. Continue to be this family and bring more in so we can grow. With those few words, I bring today's program to an end with Arti. Over to the lady, to my Mahila members singing the Arti.
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे पल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहो किसकी स्वामी शरण कहो किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आश करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस वीर मिलो दया में किस वीर मिलो दया में तुमको मैं घूमती ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंद दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे करना हस्त भराओ करना हस्त भराओ द्वार परा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे शांति पाद ओम ध्याओ शांति अंतरिक्ष गं शांति पृथ्वी शांति रापा शांति रोषधय शांति वनस्पत्य शांति विश्वे देवा शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वगं शांति शांतिरेवा शांति सामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांति 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 ओम. May there be peace in the heavenly regions. May there be peace in the atmosphere. May peace reign on earth. May the waters be soothing and the medicinal herbs be healing. May the plants be the source of peace to all. May all enlightened persons bring peace to us. May the Vedas spread peace throughout. May all other objects give us peace, and may even that peace bring peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bhojan mantra. Om Anapate Anasya no Dehi Anamivasya Shushmina Prapradattaram Tarisha Urjano Dehi Dvipade Chatushpade. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की प्रेम से बोलो मरियारम पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की प्रेम से बोलो योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की प्रेम से बोलो महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की जय प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय नमस्ते
One little. By Kishan.